よいしょとpe nó câu nè nó câu mà muốn cá chập lớn lên từ lộc mình dần từ nhau sẽ phải non thì có ở bên thật rồi
To put that in perspective, the hottest temperature ever recorded on Earth was 54 degrees Celsius. And
Sao
because
cho
the
mình muốn
water
á
from the Mediterranean Sea is so salty, the uncovered land would just be salt flats and useless for agriculture. Soon, the surrounding land would become desert as well. Southern Europe and Turkey would start to dry up, and as a result, rainfall would decline, which could significantly impact agriculture in Europe. Any animals that lived near the Mediterranean would have to choose between migrating away from the coast or dying, because the remaining water would be too salty and shallow. And the negative effects wouldn't just be limited to our new supercontinent. All the water from the drained sea would be redistributed through the world's oceans, causing a 10-meter rise in sea levels. Cities like New Orleans, Sacramento, Amsterdam, Copenhagen, and Shanghai would all be completely underwater. So, unless we want to be responsible for that, we're probably best leaving the Mediterranean as it is. If we really want to figure out a way to connect our continents, there's got to be a better way to do it. But that's a story for another What If.
cá chập lớn lên nó
What if you dug a hole through the earth?
mà muốn đỏ quạt gió
How fast could you travel
bánh
to the other
nua
side of the
nấm
earth?
tàn
How deep have we made it
dễ
already?
lên đó xí nào chỉ cho chị
This is what if.
cho cặp bí
And
đây nè
here's what would happen if you dug a hole through the earth. We all heard the rumor as kids that tunneling through the earth would take us to the other side of the world. Well, sorry to crush your dreams, it doesn't really work that way. Most people would end up in the middle of an ocean if they tried digging through the earth. It may work in some places. If you lived in Beijing, then you'd surface in Argentina. And from Madrid, it's a direct route to New Zealand. But how far would you get? If you could dig a tunnel through the earth, it would be 7,918 miles long. And if you jumped right in, it would only take you 45 minutes to reach the opposite side of the earth. Of course, in all the excitement, you might forget to grab onto
Cắt
something
xa
as you
liều
hopped out, at which point you'd fall right back to where you started. So far, human digging has only made it 0.1% of the way through the earth. In the 70s and 80s, the Soviets attempted to drill as deep as they could into the earth's crust. They made it down 40,230 feet before temperatures of 570
này
degrees
nó khi tao đây
melted their equipment. But with a magic shovel, a superheated
cá là cá câu là câu gì làm gì
footing on molten rock
thank you
a little better. The Earth's interior is composed of 4 layers. The outermost shell is called the crust, which runs about 30 miles deep. And for every 0.6 miles of depth, the temperature goes up 77 degrees. The average human would suffer hyperthermia after the first mile. But since you're so well equipped, you get to dig down to the mantle. Digging through this layer would be a particular challenge, since it makes up over 80% of our planet's volume. And it's all hot liquid rock, also known as the asthenosphere. This layer is responsible for tectonic plate movement, and it's the reason why we have mountains, volcanoes, and earthquakes. Not only would it be a sluggish task to dig through thousands of miles of molten rock, you may have to dodge a shifting continent in the process. Eventually, you'll make it to the cooler layer, an ironic descriptor, since the temperatures at Earth's outer core range between 7,200 and 9,000 degrees. This layer won't be any easier to get through than the mantle, since it's a shell of liquid iron. But try not to do too much damage with your digging. The outer core gives our planet its magnetic field, and we can't live without it. Finally, you get to the inner core, and it's probably where you should consider ending your journey. We're not quitters at What If, but we do care about your well-being. And take our word for it, digging through the Earth's core would not be fun. The inner core is essentially a large white-hot ball of solid iron and nickel. It's solid because the pressure from 3,218 miles below the Earth's surface is so great it prevents the iron from melting. So with every scoop of your shovel, the liquid iron from the outer core would simply fill in the empty gaps and solidify. In order to make challenge here. The challenge, however, might be mastering the floating dig. With a significant amount of the Earth's mass above you countering the force of gravity from the rest of the world, you'd be rendered completely weightless. Hence the floating dig. But with unlimited time, anything is possible. And somehow you make it through the core. Your journey out of the center of the Earth would be even harder, since gravity would be pulling you backwards the whole way through. When you finally break ground on the opposite end of the Earth, assuming you don't surface in the middle of an ocean, then you better be satisfied, because the way back would certainly be closed. So that's one way to travel, and we mean one way literally. Please do not try this at home. If you want to travel across the world, buy a piggy bank. Save your lucky pennies, and someday you'll get there. It may take longer than 45 minutes, but don't let that stop you from dreaming. Stay curious, keep asking questions, and of course, we'll keep digging for you.
Cà phê nó tiêu chọn tổ na
On What If.
chứ mò hả nè
chỉ mong cái này chỉ mong có chỉ là
The moon's surface is made up of long dead volcanoes and impact
cà phê là tôi chỉ mò khăn tiêu chọn tổ
what might be inside it? We could find out by digging a tunnel through the moon. How long would this take? What mysteries would we find inside? And how would gravity affect our dig? This is What If, and here's what would happen if we dug a tunnel through the moon. Unlike the Earth's layers, we don't know much about what's inside our moon. But we do know to get through it, you'd need to dig over 3,000 kilometers. And with today's technology, doing something like this would take about 1,500 years. And what if we managed to fast forward this with more advanced technology? What would happen then? To start our journey through the moon, we first want to choose an area that would give us a head start. The best choice here would be the South Pole Aitken Basin. This is a massive basin that's 8 kilometers deep. For comparison, the deepest hole on Earth is surprisingly dangerous. Regolith is billions of years of crushed asteroids and moon dust. It's razor sharp and very fine, and can easily get into your suit and your drill, which will wear them down over time. And make sure you don't accidentally inhale any of this stuff, as it can cause lung cancer. You'll be digging through the regolith layer for up to 15 meters until you reach the lunar crust. This layer is made up of bedrock, and it's where you might make some money, since rocks on the crust contain some titanium and aluminum. You'll also be able to find iron, calcium, and magnesium. We could either bring these back to Earth or use them to help us colonize the moon. This layer is about 100 kilometers deep. Once you're through it, you'll then have to deal with the lithosphere. This layer used to be magma and would supply the moon's volcanoes. Thankfully, it's cold and solid. What would be less thankful for is that this layer is nearly 1,000 kilometers deep, so you keep drilling and drilling and drilling until you finally reach the asthenosphere. What's different here is that this layer is made up of molten lava. At this point, the Earth will definitely be over, as you'll be facing temperatures of up to 1,500 degrees. But you'll need a special suit to help you survive this, or a special drill too. Now, you wouldn't be drilling at this point. Instead, you'd be trying to swim your way through this magma. As you get past this, you'll be heading into another magma. This time, it will be liquid iron, which is the outer layer of the moon's core. Its radius is roughly 330 kilometers, so let's hope your suit can still withstand the immense heat. And as you drill your way through these thousands of kilometers, you'll notice that the gravity has been changing. As you reach the center of the moon, gravity will reach zero. You'll be completely weightless, floating in the moon's inner core, made of solid iron. So, now that you've reached the center, it's time to make your way back out. Through the outer core,
mà cô cho nó coi
Regolith
rồi còn cười đây nha. Không cười đâu.
단 gì thế chứ mà thì suy nói chụp lại thế này à. Ok lên là nó xin chỉ cho channel là chào chào của nó bye bye.